Hello, I'm Jack Gladney, the chairman of the Department of Hitler Studies at the College on the Hill. But professionally, I'm better known as JAK Gladney. I always wear glasses with dark lenses to become a new and different person in my job. Talking about my life, I live in a small town called Blacksmith. There, I live with my fourth wife, Bebeth, who takes care of my children and reads to a blind man named Old Man Treadwell. Furthermore, we have 4 children from previous marriages. I have always wondered of us, Babette and I, who will die first? Is death simply part of love or just hangs in the air we breathe? This is my friend and co-worker Murray, a former sports writer turned lecturer. I thought everything in my life was what I believed it to be. But today, I discovered my wife is hiding things from me. It seems like she has been taking some kind of pills, but I don't understand why she's doing it secretly. Is she into drugs? Is she into something really bad? I truly don't know. I really love her, and I am worried about her well-being. What I know for sure is that I will not stop until I know all the truth.
Mom!
Yes,
It causes cancer in the laboratory animals, in case you didn't know.
Denise, it was your idea. If you want me to start smoking again, take my Shawty gun away.
Oh my god, I'm very worried about my mother's addiction.
You know, my students and I talk all the time about television.
And what is your conclusion?
It is waves and radiation. You have to learn how to look. Television offers a lot of psychic data. There is light, there is sound, but the students are not in agreement with that because they are only interested in talking about the cinema and the movies.
Why do people like to watch catastrophes on TV?
It's natural. It's normal. It happens to everybody.
Why?
We have brain fade. We are really full of information that we don't need. So catastrophes is a way to break out of all the flow of information. Imagine every day, just think about it. You're exposed to the numbers, the words, the pictures, the posts of politics and every kind of topic. So disasters, when they happen elsewhere, it's like a relief. You feel like relaxed with your own information, all the information of your environment. So imagine a catastrophe in Japan, a tsunami. It is perfect. It is elsewhere, and it's something like, oh, interesting, something to pay attention. And also India with the problems with the human rights and poverty and everything of that. It produces something to focus on, and it is a disaster, yes, but it is elsewhere, and we like to watch that on TV especially.
Yeah, I think you are right.
What is that? Oh my god.
Hi, son. What are you doing?
Look! A train released strange chemicals. Don't you see the huge smoke cloud?
Yeah, I can see it, but honestly, I think that it is so far away. I don't think that come
I
so
know.
near from us.
I know that those chemicals are very dangerous. They are called iodine derivative,
Yeah.
and I think that we are in danger right now.
I honestly don't think that we are in danger. Listen,
little guy. I'm a professor at the university, and I can't imagine myself flying just because of a little cloud of toxic chemicals.
I think we should leave the house right now.
Hello everybody and welcome. Here you have the latest and most important news. A huge cloud of chemical has contaminated Blacksmith. The authorities have asked all the citizens to leave the town immediately as this situation is controlled. Despite their huge efforts, some people have already been infected with the chemical and some potential symptoms are nausea, skin irritations and sweaty palms. Please be careful. Just before the radio announcement, the girls were feeling just fine and had no symptoms at all. I am pretty sure that they have not been exposed to any chemicals. It seems like what they hear from the radio and their fear of it, it makes them have these kind of symptoms. At the camp for refugees, I had to take a rest to check if there were toxins on me, as I was exposed to the cloud of chemicals. The doctor explained that it is not possible to tell for sure if I or anyone has the chemical. But in 15 years, science will allow us to study deeper the effects of this toxin. However, the chemical lives in the human body for up to 30 years and nothing is certain. In a few words, I have been marked to die sooner or later.
Why don't they dress in normal clothes? Because they are working, it doesn't mean we are in danger.
That's what we are supposed to believe. If the true results of this investigation were released, there would be panic, violence, and social disorder.
What investigations?
The investigations are involved the real issue.
And what is the real issue?
The real issue is the kind of radiation that surrounds us. Your TV, your radio, your microwave oven. For years we have believed they are not dangerous.
That sounds interesting. And now?
Well, that's the new worry. Because those things that you have in your house will kill you sooner or later. Who in this room will believe if I tell you that suicide rates hit among people who live in high voltage power lines? What makes those people feel so sad and depressed? Let me tell you why. Because they are exposed to constant rays.
Terrifying data is an industry itself. They're competing to see who can make us feel more afraid,
I have got news for you. Do you know that white rat releases calcium ions when they are exposed to radio frequency waves? Someone in this room know what that means?
No. I don't know.
Is this what they teach in school today?
And when I was at school, I was taught that the square of hypotenuse was equal to the sum of the squares of both sides.
The other day, I discovered a plastic bottle of pills labeled DeLillo taped to the bottom of the bathroom radiator. I went and asked Denise, and she told me that she had discovered Babette's secret medication in December, but she hasn't found any information about the pills. So I decided to call Babette's doctor, only to know that he didn't prescribe it for Babette. It is like so much weird, so I decided to take the drug to a colleague at the college to analyze it. I am really determined to find out why my wife is taking this drug.
What do you think about this, Jack? Jack, where are you? Jack! Jack! Where are you, Jack? Jack!
Honey, what happened?
Why did you leave me alone?
I was in the fifth hall.
I thought you know that I'm very afraid. I don't want to be alone. I can't be alone.
I didn't want to. I just went for some coffee.
It is very hard to face this struggle alone, so I need you.
Yeah, but you don't have to be afraid. Easy. Easy, honey.
Okay.
Okay, wake up. Let's fix this.
Don't do that, okay?
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Hi, honey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. What are you doing?
I'm reading this wonderful book.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, listen, actually, I want to talk to you about something.
Okay, tell me.
I've been thinking about that. I think that it is time that you tell me the truth about the dealer.
Do you really want to know about it?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay, I will tell you the truth. I made a private deal with Mr. Gray, and that was the way in which I could get DeLillo.
Mr. Gray? Who is he?
It is better to know him just as Mr. Gray.
Yeah, honey, but you need to tell me something more. I need to know what is the condition. You know. What's going on?
I don't want to die.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave my family. I'm very afraid.
But we have talked this about before, and you are pretty young. You are not going to die soon.
It haunts me, Jack. Don't you know? I can get it off my mind. I'm thinking about it all the time.
But we talked about this before. We talked about who could die first. Don't you remember?
Yes,
You
I
were
don't,
so
I
afraid.
don't want to die first, but that doesn't mean that I want to. I am afraid.
Hello.
Oh, how are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, but it worries about you, you know?
What's the matter? You know, a woman wants to marry me.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
I think.
And you know, I need to tell you something. I need to talk with you, Jack.
Well, what happened?
I need to give you this gun. Too.
Why? I don't need a gun.
It's gonna be useful for all the dangerous things you can face. And please, I'm going to leave tomorrow. So tell Babette not to worry about me.
Okay.
Hey Jack,
Hi, Maureen. How are you doing?
pretty good, and you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I think I'm fine. Look, I was thinking about something. Why can't we be intelligent without that?
I think the answer is obvious.
Is it? Look, I have been afraid of it. I don't know. It's been so long that I don't remember. And I think to some extent, people do. What do you think about it?
Do you think that theory you have is untrue?
Of course it isn't true. I have been involved in lots of things that are dangerous. Drinking a lot, taking drugs, and driving fast cars. So, I was afraid only about something. Dying. I think that's the whole point about it. And I can't help it.
The only way to get around that, in that case, Jack, is to focus on life beyond.
Life beyond? How can I do that?
What have you been trying to do all these years? You have failed, Jack. And I am not criticizing you. There are some people that are larger than life. Hitler was larger than that, and you thought that he would protect you. On one level, you wanted to deceive yourself in Hitler and his works. On the other level, you wanted to use him to grow in power and importance. Why have you failed, Jack? Why?
Listen, how did I have this fear for so long? I don't know how to improve it. What do you think?
In my opinion, there are two types of people in this world, dyers and killers. Most of us are dyers. We didn't have the strength to become killers. But just think for a second what it's like to be a killer. Think about it. For a second. If you kill someone, that person dies, but you cannot. And the more people you kill, the more you still have. This is how I can explain massacres, executions, and murders.
Are you saying that throughout history, men have killed thousands of people in order not to be afraid about death?
That's obvious.
How is that possible?
It's just.
Do you think that that is good?
Look, I'm talking theory. But in theory, violence is a form of rebirth. If a killer kills someone, he cannot die. He lives on. We're a marvelous equation, don't you think?
And what does this have to do with me?
Look, we're just two academics taking a walk. But just think for a second. Imagine having your worst enemy bleeding in the dust. Just think about it. He will die. Would you believe it? This is how you can overcome the fear. In fear. Let someone else be the dyer. Let someone else replace you. See how marvelously it is simple? Jack, are you a killer or a dyer?
Well, you know the answer. I have been a dyer all my life. I have been afraid of it. And how can I change it? How can a dyer become a killer?
Look, I'm just talking theory, as I said. I'm just a professor. I study, I take notes, I analyze, I learn, I see. And I would feel terrible if I didn't tell you what I am thinking right now.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. And it was decided. I was to take revenge. Mr. Ray was my objective, or should I call him by his real name, William Ink. It was just a matter of time for me to find out more about him. With the necessary information required, I just proceeded to make the obvious thing, go and get him.
Are you heart sick or soul sick?
You are Mike.
A pet under stress may need a prescription.
Well, let's do this.
You know what? This is between you and I.
Of course, man. What do you have for me?
How much do you want to buy?
I don't know. How much do you recommend me?
By the way, I like your hat.
Mine. Well, okay. Thank you.
You seem to be a strong man. You're wearing a gray jacket.
Yeah, of course.
Here you have.
What you don't know is that I have come here to kill you. I know your biggest weakness.
Can you listen to that?
What?
There are airplanes.
What?
An airplane is falling. Can you listen to that? Fusilating.
It was easier than I think. There you have it, man. And I'm going.
It can't be possible. You piece of stupid drug addict.
Everything was going according to the plan, but suddenly I could not let him there. It was like I saw him as a human for the first time.
Hey man, hey man. Wake up, man. Who shot me? You did. Don't you remember? Who shot you? You did too. You were out of control. Don't you remember?
Well, was that the point I was trying to make?
No, I'm telling you that you were under control.
Who are
You
you?
were out of control.
Who are you?
I'm a close friend. Don't you remember me? Okay, listen. Forget about it. Let's go. I'll take you to the hospital.
Some minutes, please. Eyes! Some not!
Yeah, man, shut up. I told you to the hospital.
While we watch the sunset and our son is in his tricycle, I think no easy answers or resolutions are possible. Death remains inevitable, but life need not to be terrible as a result. This is the language of waves and radiation, or how the dead speak to the living. And this is where we wait together, regardless of age, or carts stocked with brightly colored goods. A slowly moving line, satisfying, giving us time to glance at the tabloids in the racks. Everything we need that is not food or love is here in the tablet of racks. The tales of the supernatural and the extraterrestrial, the miracle vitamins, the curses of cancer, the remedies for the obesity, the cults of the famous and the death.